Tim Warner, Getty Images. The Houston Rockets are going to the second round of the NBA playoffs for the second straight year. Houston ended its first-round series against the Minnesota Timberwolves on Wednesday with a 122-104 victory in Game 5 at the Toyota Center. MVP candidate James Harden led the way again with 24 points and 12 assists, capping a series that saw his team's lethal offense score in triple digits in every game. Bleacher Report. At Bleacher Report, Harden and the Rockets slide past the Wolves to the next round. https://t.co/w8qclvo38. The Rockets will play either the Oklahoma City Thunder or the Utah Jazz in the second round as they look to parlay the best record in the NBA into a deep postseason run. This didn't start the way Houston planned, especially in the backcourt. The Timberwolves hounded Harden and Chris Paul and challenged their outside looks while establishing a double-digit lead in the first half. The Houston guards combined for just 7 points on 3 of 16 shooting in the opening 2 quarters, and three-time All-Defensive selection Jimmy Butler made life difficult on Harden whenever the Rockets' leader attempted to create space. Fortunately for the victors, the supporting cast kept them within striking distance before they seized control in the second half. The price Minnesota paid for diverting additional attention toward the backcourt was clean looks for Trevor Ariza, 16 points and 4 threes, P.J. Tucker, 15 points and 5 threes, and Eric Gordon, 19 points and 3 threes, on the outside. Clint Capella, 26 points and 15 rebounds, also consistently flashed to open spots in the paint and was rewarded with a number of dunks and lobs while controlling the defensive boards. Mitchell breaks MJ's rookie playoff record. Colin Sexton could be next. Eric Bledsoe. Adry Ingram put on a show in his NBA debut Nurse Showcase, giving overlooked ballers a chance. Raptors have dominated since God's plan. He was clowning while he was hurt. Simmons averaging a triple-double over win streak. Mo Bamba could be the next Rudy Gobert. Jason Kidd, Steve Nash headline basketball. Half-class Mikal Bridges could be NBA's next Otto Porter Jr. Today in history, MJ scores career-high 69 PT. Scott LiAngelo joined Lonzo on the Lakers. Dwight joins Love. Sunday's ASG was a start, but it still needs fixing. Hawks fans keep getting burned by hot sauce. Keeping it close early was all Harden needed. While the Rockets didn't explode for 50 points in the third quarter like they did in Game 4, Harden put on a show to turn a 4-point deficit into a 11-point lead heading into the fourth with a mix of step-back threes, timely drives and well-placed assists. He took over the game with 15 points in the quarter and largely buried the Timberwolves, all while Butler was left watching from the bench for stretches with his knee wrapped. Minnesota had nobody on the floor who could stay in front of Harden with the former Chicago Bull sidelined, and his ability to attract multiple defenders opened up looks for his teammates as Houston pulled away. Mitchell breaks MJ's rookie playoff record. Colin Sexton could be next. Eric Bledsoe. Adry Ingram put on a show in his NBA debut Nurse Showcase, giving overlooked ballers a chance. Raptors have dominated since God's plan. He was clowning while he was hurt. Simmons averaging a triple-double over win streak. Mo Bamba could be the next Rudy Gobert. Jason Kidd, Steve Nash headline basketball. Half-class Mikal Bridges could be NBA's next Otto Porter Jr. Today in history, MJ scores career-high 69 PT. Scott LiAngelo joined Lonzo on the Lakers. Dwight joins Love. Sunday's ASG was a start, but it still needs fixing. Hawks fans keep getting burned by hot sauce. Butler dealing with the apparent physical setback and scoring just 8 points was also a critical blow for Minnesota on the other end, as it was left without its all-star wingman who can create off the bounce and shoot from deep. It put even more pressure on Karl-Anthony Towns, especially since he scored in single digits in each of the first 2 games of the series. The Rockets swarmed his touches throughout the 5-game battle, preventing him from taking over and putting Minnesota in a position where it had to rely on others. However, the Kentucky product asserted himself Wednesday and had a double-double by halftime. He took advantage on the blocks when facing single coverage and worked an inside-outside attack with Jeff Teague when shots didn't immediately present themselves. Towns finished with 23 points and 14 rebounds. Teague played the role of scorer and facilitator with 17 points and 7 assists, and Jamal Crawford provided a spark off the bench with 20 points. Still, they were the only Timberwolves with more than 14, which was far from enough to counter Houston's offensive attack. Attention now turns to the second round for the Rockets, and their opponent is still unknown after Oklahoma City erased a 25-point deficit against Utah on Wednesday to prolong their series. Houston was 4-0 against the Jazz and just 1-2 against the Thunder this season, but the Rockets also beat Russell Westbrook and OKC in the first round of last year's playoffs in just 5 games.